Hey, my beautiful sisters of women alike. So, I just want to share this quick, character study that I did when going through one of the chapters in Matthew. I think it's the second chapter in Matthew. In WMD, we're studying Matthew each chapter every week. And so this particular character is Herod, however we say his name. And so I noticed some things about his character. I'm gonna go to the scripture because I wanted to share this. I took these notes down and I was like, I'm gonna make a video about this, and I never did. So here we go. So it is chapter 2, when the wise men go and visit the king. So it says, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of King Herod, wise men arrived from the east, and they came saying, where is he who is born the King of the Jews? For we have saw his star at its rising and have come to worship him. When King Herod heard this, he was deeply disturbed. So when he heard the news of another king being born, he was deeply disturbed. There are two different perspectives that are going on about why it said that he was deeply disturbed, and it also says that all of Jerusalem with him was disturbed. And it says there are two possible reasons. The first reason could be the obvious, being that he was the present king, and so him hearing that another king had been born probably made him feel some type of way, like, oh no, ain't nobody finna rise up over here. It's my time. Secondly, the scholars say that it's possible that everyone was disturbed because when a new king comes into play, there's a lot of killings and traditions and all types of things that happen when power is being transition. And mind you, Jesus, the king that they were talking about, he said the king had just been born. So it was a baby. So it's intimidated. They were threatened. They were disturbed by a baby. They were disturbed by the birthing of something new that had potential to be something great. Some people are disturbed just even when you say, oh, I'm starting this YouTube channel. I'm about to come out here and I'm about to put this business in the land. They're simply disturbed because they see the potential, right? And then listen what King Herod did. So it says that he secretly summoned the wise men and asked them what was the exact time that the star appeared in Bethlehem, or in the star. And then he said to them, go and search for the child, and when you find him, come and report back to me so I can go and worship him too. So are you deeply disturbed? Or are you excited so that you can go worship him? Which one? Make it make sense. Make it make sense, right? And so he put on a face in front of these wise men to inquire information so that he can target the location of his enemy. So they went on and went to where the king was, and after they found Jesus where he was with his family, the Lord came to the wise men in a dream and told them the plans of Herod and said, go back, don't go back the way you came. And once Herod figured out that the wise men had tricked him, then he went ballistic and was like, he came out the gate. He went ballistic. Go and kill every child under 2 years old. So if you can pay attention to the character of this person, and so this is still in Matthew chapter 2, so you can read this and review it. And so after his plan was exposed, he went ballistic. First, he was trying to do it all sneaky, conniving, whatever, go secretly. Hey, go tell me, go find him, and when you find him, let me know so I can come over there and worship him too. That wasn't his intentions. So in his character, we see that he was wise as a serpent. because he was inwardly deeply disturbed, but outwardly he wouldn't express that because he did not want his plots exposed. I wrote down that he carefully plots with secret motives. He said, go and find him and tell me where he is so that I can worship him too. Like he was excited, like he really wanted to worship King Jesus. Outwardly his appearance, his expressions and all of that was friendly, but in his heart was wickedness. In his heart was malice, right? Outwardly he expressed as a loving and not a loving, but just wanted to go and celebrate. But inwardly he had other motives. And then he lashed out when his plot was exposed and demanded for all the children under 2 years old to be killed. The spirit of anger was operating in him. The spirit of lawlessness, the spirit of jealousy was operating in him. And we need to watch out for these type of people, because they will use you for their benefit. He used those wise men. He said, go and find this person for me, and told them a lie for why he wanted them to report back. And then when his plot was exposed, he got upset. He got angry and was like, you know what? We might as well have it out. Okay, this is what we really gonna do. We killing all these kids. We letting loose all these kids because ain't no other king rising up but me. So we need to watch for people, not what they say, but what they do. We need to pay attention to those little sly, smart remarks that may seem demeaning or put you down, because it's showing you what's really in their heart. When you speak and how you speak it, it pulls out of your heart, right? So be mindful of these people and the people who are vulnerable to the people who have this character as Herod has, are people who are or maybe recovering people pleasers. People who have a heart of a servant, who just want to love and give. And, you know, we often characterize it as having a big heart, right? Those people are vulnerable toward this person of this Herod character. People who are gullible are vulnerable. People who have the spirit of abandonment, spirit of rejection, or orphan spirit are vulnerable to this person character. But we have the power to cast it down. We have to remember we are not fighting flesh and flesh, but we are fighting against these demonic spiritual principalities. And we need to be the assassins in the spirit to assassinate these diabolical principalities, these diabolical demons who are influencing, who are enticing the people around us, the people in our lives. You might see some of these very characteristics in your truest loved ones. And you got to know how to pray. You got to know how, when you analyze their character and you see the potential of some of these demonic spirits influencing them, then you need to begin to pray against those spirits, not against the person. And it says, bless those that persecute you. It says, bless those that persecute you. So I hope that helped. I hope that makes sense. If anyone is dealing with that type of person, that, and if you are, maybe now you're like, whoa, I need to start looking at some of these things with these people in my life. Start looking at them. Write it down, okay, so that you can know how to pray, so that you can keep yours, guard your heart, right? Guard your heart. And that don't mean you got to let these people close to you all up in your business. There's boundaries for a reason. Got to use wisdom with that, right? But I think that's it. I'm just gonna keep on rambling. But yeah, I hope that was helpful and it made sense. And y'all have a great weekend.